Most people blame the phone, the notifications, the endless feed. Cute scapegoat. The real problem is harsher and more useful. Your mind has been trained to crave interruption. Distraction isn't something that only happens to you, it's something you've practiced into a reflex. So the goal isn't to escape technology, it's to rebuild the internal filter that decides what deserves your attention. In a world that screams for your focus, the real skill is learning to notice what actually matters. The quiet signals, the subtle patterns, the moments that enrich your life instead of draining it. This isn't productivity advice, it's attention training, it's the art of seeing. We love the story that we're victims of a distraction apocalypse, but the more precise truth is less dramatic and more actionable. We're participating. Yes, the world is loud. But the real issue is that our attention system has been trained to treat novelty as a command. Every ping isn't powerful because it's a ping, it's powerful because we've practiced obeying it. That panic feeling isn't only the internet attacking your nervous system, it's your brain running a habit loop. Notice, react, chase, repeat. Multitasking isn't a superpower, it's self-inflicted fragmentation. It's not doing many things. It's switching context so fast, your mind never fully lands anywhere. You don't end up living 5 songs at once, you end up hearing none of them. The hidden cost isn't just productivity, it's the erosion of your ability to notice what matters. The subtle signals, the deep work, the real conversation, the quiet clarity. The solution isn't to demonize the tools, it's to retrain the mind that keeps reaching for them. So, how do we fight back? Not by wrestling your willpower to the ground, but by changing what your brain is trained to notice. There's a built-in filter called the Reticular Activating System, RAS. Think of it as your mind's spotlight operator. Reality is overflowing with signals, and the RAS decides what gets lit up and what stays invisible. That's why you can ignore a whole room, but your name cuts through like a blade. It's also why the moment you decide, I want that exact red car, it suddenly appears everywhere. The cars were always there. Your filter just updated the search query. Here's the twist. The RAS learns from what you repeatedly treat as important. Every time you snap to a notification, you're teaching your brain, interruptions are high priority. Keep scanning for them. Over time, the spotlight becomes addicted to noise, and you develop inattentional blindness. Meaningful things can be right in front of you, but you don't register them. So the real question isn't, how do I focus harder? It's, what am I training my mind to see, and what am I training it to ignore? Now the fun part, rewiring the filter. Stop demonizing your phone like it's some evil talisman. It's not the villain, it's a high-powered training device. The problem is, you've been using it on factory settings, letting randomness program your attention. Flip the script. Become the programmer of your own reality. Here's the move. Purposeful scrolling. Pick one theme that matches your deepest direction, not your current mood. Go to the search bar and hunt for it on purpose. Neuroscience, Renaissance art, muscle building, language mastery, business strategy, whatever genuinely lights you up. Then train the system with your behavior. Save the best posts, re-watch them. Comment something real. Share only what you'd want your future self to see again. Ignore the junk completely. You're not just feeding an algorithm, you're teaching your own RAS what counts as important. Do this for a week, and your feed stops being a slot machine and starts acting like a mentor. Not because the internet got nicer, but because your attention got disciplined. You're not scrolling to escape your life, you're curating your consciousness to build one. Your phone isn't the villain, it's just a loud object. The real battle is the instant an impulse shows up and you decide whether you obey it. That moment is trainable. 2. 2 focus blocks where you practice not flinching. Pick 2 blocks in your day, 45 or 60 minutes. Phone can stay exactly how you keep it, silent, normal life. The rule is internal, one task only, and when a ping or urge appears, you label it once, signal, and return. No drama. That rep is how you rebuild control. Choose the blocks like this. Block 1, the one thing that would make today feel earned. Block 2, the thing that makes tomorrow easier. 1. One reward block that actually restores you. This isn't a break that turns into an hour of scrolling. It's a deliberate reward that refills your system and reminds your brain what real satisfaction feels like. Make it engaging enough to pull you into the present. A nourishing meal you actually enjoy, quality time with a friend or family, play with your pet. A walk with music, cooking, drawing, dancing, a bath, a game, anything that feels warm and alive. The rule: it should leave you feeling clearer, not more scattered. That's how your attention learns that focus leads somewhere good. Now we go deeper. What's your true north? Because every technique in the world is useless if you don't know what you're focusing for. And no, you don't need to write it down like a homework assignment. You need to start a conversation with yourself, because this is where your own voice matters. The narration you repeat in your head becomes the space you live in, and that space becomes you. So instead of making a list, build a daily mental checkpoint. What is my north today? Ask questions that actually slice through the noise. For example, if I had 2 hours of real attention today, what would I spend it on? What am I avoiding by staying distracted? What would make me respect myself tonight? Your attention is currency. Every minute goes somewhere, and every somewhere is a trade. An hour of mindless scrolling is an hour you didn't invest in your health, your craft, your relationships, your peace, your future. The goal isn't guilt. It's honesty. Are you happy with the trades you're making? Then practice conscious consumption like you're curating a world-class museum. Ruthless, elegant, intentional. Remove what makes you feel small, anxious, or numb. Reduce inputs that drain you. Feed your mind what strengthens your north. Not because the internet is evil, but because your inner life is valuable. As we move forward, the ability to maintain sustained focus will become the single most valuable skill. I call this building attentional resilience. It's the ability to get knocked off track by an interruption and immediately bounce back without losing your entire day. Deep work. The ability to focus without distraction on a cognitively demanding task isn't just a productivity hack, it's the ultimate competitive edge. But more than that, it's the key to a fulfilling life. The most profound human experiences, from falling in love to achieving a breakthrough idea, all happen in a state of deep, undivided attention. Your life's richness is a direct result of what you pay attention to. So here are the 3 keys, clean and powerful. First, if you scroll, scroll with intention. Not as a reflex, not as anesthesia, not as a random lottery of content. Use it like a tool. Decide what you're looking for, engage with what feeds your mind, and let the rest pass like background noise. Second, when you enter a focus block, respect it. Not because you're forcing yourself to suffer, but because that block is proof you can aim your attention on command. And the feeling after you finish is different. It's not the cheap relief of, I escaped. It's the solid pride of, I built something. That satisfaction compounds. Third, reward yourself on purpose. Your reward blocks should feel like they belong to you, not like you got hijacked. Real food you enjoy, real connection, real rest, something that leaves you fuller, not foggier. And underneath all of it is the most important piece, what you believe about yourself. Attention follows belief. If you secretly believe you're powerless, you'll keep outsourcing your direction to whatever is loudest. But if you install a better belief, everything changes. I'm capable of designing my own direction. I can decide what matters, and I can train my mind to honor it. That's not a motivational quote, that's a mental operating system. So, I want you to create your own personal manifesto for mindful living. What are your rules of engagement with technology? When will you be available, and when will you be unreachable? What information will you allow into your mind? This is your declaration of cognitive independence. It's your step-by-step guide to reclaiming your focus and, ultimately, your life. You have the power to stop being a passive consumer of reality and start being an active creator of it. Train your brain, curate your algorithms, define your true north. The world is noisy, but within you is the power to find the signal. Start listening. Thanks for watching. If this resonated with you, hit that subscribe button. We're going deeper on these topics every week. Until next time, stay focused.